Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Here's today the Financial Coffee Channel. Women can't pay their bills, even with 2 jobs? What? Please extra them below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Yeah! Damn it, I'm broke as go. But it's not even my fault that I'm broke.
I am sick and freaking tired. I am sick and freaking tired of working full-time, making over $18 an hour, and still not being able to make ends meet. I drag myself out of bed every single day to go to a job.
So do we.
Knowing that I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. Do you know how saddening that is? Because I need something to supplement my income. Groceries, gas, all of the things. Living life.
Again, I'm not trying to be mean to these women or anything like that. I worked 1 job. I worked 2 jobs. I was able to pay my bills. I lived very below means. I still only pay $700 of rent now with roommates. Even though I make good money, it just saves money. My parents have always instilled this into me. When you make good money, you need to save it because you might not make good money forever. When you don't make good money anymore, at least you'll have some savings left over from when you did make good money. It's a basic thing, I guess, but man, my parents really instilled that into me.
I am made for more than paying bills and dying.
Now let's talk about the Mercedes-Benz, which is a crazy story. They can't find the car. For those who saw my video about the worst cars I ever bought, then you already know that car was terrible. So I told them to pick it up as soon as I filed for bankruptcy. 2 weeks ago, I get a nasty
You filed for bankruptcy, girl. What the fuck? Is it really the car's fault or what? What's going on here?
letter saying that they're about to come and pick up the vehicle. 2 weeks ago. Keep in mind, I said March of this year, I gave them the car back. I figured it was just an honest mistake. So I called the bank. I said, hey, you all made a mistake. You all said that you were going to repossess the vehicle, but you all already have the vehicle. You all had it since March. They are still doing research to try to find that car now.
Is anyone else out here selectively bougie? I will not spend more than $20 on a pair of leggings, but I'm also I wonder if I could afford that $70,000 Tahoe.
Hey, $20 to $70,000 is a big jump, girl. Selectively bougie, at least selectively bougie on cheaper things. What the fuck? Why do women love posting
Women
their
are very
L's
chaotic
so
by
much?
nature. Chaos is always part of their lives. It's always running in the background like a bad software on a computer. Don't let the beautiful smile, the big booty, or the gorgeous eyes fool you.
It's the 5th of September and I'm literally out of money for the month. I paid my bills, aka I paid my rent, which leaves me every single month with $600 left over. Next,
You need to find a new place to live. What the
my car payment. That takes another good chunk. Don't forget car insurance. Oh, also, don't forget, I went to the doctor one time. $100 finally got posted today. My electric bill. Electric bills have been going up like crazy. My bill used to be $45. It was $93. And then that isn't even me doing food. And if you know anything about food prices lately, frozen vegetables cost upwards of $1.50 to $2 a bag. Chicken, 2 chicken breasts the other day cost me $8. So yeah, it's the 5th of the month. I literally have basically no money left for the month and I'm not sure what to do the rest of September. So if you're in the same boat, please comment down below because I'm genuinely curious.
There's churches, there's food banks. I know a lot of people seem to think that they're above those things, but there's a reason why those things are there. It's because people are struggling to still feed themselves even after they pay their bill. I'm not trying to dog on these people too much, but it's also that pride. A lot of people have so much pride that they don't want to get government cheese or whatever it is. If you need it, you need it. It's going to make your life easier. If it's available for you to access, why not access it? You don't have to do too much special things. Yes, you may look a little bit not, doing well, but who cares? Survive. That's the main goal.
Curious, are we all in our 20s basically broke and have no idea how we're supposed to ever save for a house or have money left over in general every month?
I
Get
am
roommates.
41 years old and I have absolutely no savings for retirement. I've spent the last 10
Oh, and she's Asian. Your math did not math correctly when you were a younger girl.
or 12 years being a broke single mom and at times living off of food stamps.
Okay.
Any time I've ever gotten ahead financially, I've always had a setback. I'm currently like $14,000 in credit card debt and $83,000 in student loan debt.
Are you not working a good job? What the fuck? $83,000 in student loan? Did you get 3 masters or something?
And I don't even have a master's degree. I went to University of Phoenix and got scammed. And I'm hoping to get my University of Phoenix loans forgiven, but that's still pending. Even at that, I still owe $27,000 because I ended up going to a brick and mortar school. So I don't know when I'm ever going to retire. I plan on dying at my cubicle.
I love this credits. Shout out to you, brother.
Oh boy, is she 41 years old? Damn, she looks at least 52. Anyway, women always need help and they always have a sob story.
I love how he does his
So
cry.
never feel
Mine's
bad for
like
them
this.
when they are struggling because somebody will always rush to their rescue. Guys, can you imagine what their lives would look like if it wasn't for welfare and all the social services that are...
Women would be fucking homeless and broke, and a lot of kids would be fucking dying in the streets or in child services protection if there was no welfare services.
specifically created to help them. Just imagine women without child support, without alimony, without
WIC.
Section 8, without food stamps or EBT cards. They will not survive. Yes, I know, not all women get it. Yes, I know also some men, but very few men, by the way, get those benefits too. But the vast majority of the time, I would say 95% of the time, is the women that get those benefits. Guys, women cannot survive without any help from the government through social services. I tell you what, remove those services and you will hear less women screaming loud and proud how strong and independent they are.
True.
They will cherish, respect, and value men a lot more, believe me.
No, we built too many safety nets for women to ignore men. That's like to not even need men anymore because of the safety nets we built in. And they think they don't need men, but they fail to realize men created these safety nets. Men fund majority of these safety nets, and men keep these safety nets running.
Because those safety nets give them the impression that they are making it alone. Those safety nets give them an illusion of independence.
True.
But they are not, because they broke.
So my mom let me know that she got a letter in the mail by my finance company or her finance company for the car saying that, well, they're trying to repossess it. So it has only been 60 days. I don't know if it is you have 90 days or
Well, some places you miss payments after your first month. They're about to collect that shit. They're on it nowadays with the collecting the cars, from what I've heard.
a certain amount of money that you need to pay before they threaten repossession. So I couldn't pay my rent. You think I was going to pay my car payment? When you don't have money, you can't pull blood from a turnip. Anyway, I have been in contact with them, by the way. So I have paid $200 on it this month. I have been paying the last 2 weeks. I get paid weekly, so I've been paying $100 a week. I barely can do that, but I've been doing it. So they have $200 from this month for me. So Mama gets a letter in the mail and she tells me that they're talking about repossession, that you have to pay $700 by this date and then $300 by this date, basically back to back. They need $1,000 in 2 weeks. Obviously, I don't have that, and they're not going to get that.
Life in 2024 is a financial emergency. Our groceries are an emergency. Our rent is an emergency. Everything is an emergency. I cannot afford to spend every last penny that I have on my debts.
Again, I only eat once a day. I get flack from you guys or some of the viewers saying, "Oh, he eats only once a day. It's weird." It's not that weird, guys. You don't need that many calories. What your daily calories should be less than 2,000 calories. A McDonald's meal is already over that, and you guys still eat 3 meals. You don't need 3 meals. 1 to 2 meals, a little bit of snacking, 1 meal. You're okay. You can spend a little more extravagant on the 1 meal, make a nice little, meaty plate, but you save so much money. You don't need breakfast.
Because what I really can't afford is to not have a savings account and not have money in my bank account for when I need to pay for things and when emergencies are more than likely going to arise. I have spent so many years of my life paying off my debt, stressing over debt, that now I just laugh at. Like, somebody commented on one of my videos yesterday about how they spent $12 on grapes. $12 on grapes. Like, we live in such a ridiculous timeline that I just no longer can take debt as seriously as I once did. And looking back, I really wish that I could have not spent all of that money on debt. I really just walked myself into more and more debt every single time.
See, these are the lessons I learned from my father when I was young. Don't spend money that you don't have. Don't spend a lot of your own income, even if you make a little bit of money, because emergencies are always going to happen. You never know if you're going to keep your job. I don't know if I'm going to be on YouTube for another year or two. I might get canceled the next day. This is why I kept my normal job, because I don't know. I'd rather be in a stable, normal job that I get guaranteed income from. And then this is growing and it's wonderful. It's making me money, but I don't know how long this is going to last. If I quit all of my jobs and just depended on this and it ended the next day, I fucked myself.
Cars breaking down and oral surgeries, I have been there. And then it just is a catalyst for more and more debt. No more. The debt for right now, during this crazy timeline, is getting the minimum payments so that I have as much as I need in my spending account for all of the crazy emergencies that are happening on a daily basis at this point.
That is so the wrong.
There is something that I noticed about women. It's almost like every uncomfortable or inconvenient situation is an emergency to them. Let me explain. They plan very poorly or they don't plan at all. And then at the last minute, they freak out and everything becomes an emergency. There are only 2 things women are very good at planning. Weddings, and I would say their wedding and girls trip. Those are the only 2 things they know how to properly plan for. Their wedding and girl trip. Women are very chaotic by nature. Chaos is always part of their lives. It's always running in the background like a bad software on a computer. Don't let the beautiful smile, the big booty, or the gorgeous eyes fool you. And what they call an emergency is usually the result of bad planning or no planning at all.
Come with me to repo my car. So I am repoing my own car because I am now thinking of my exit strategy.
You can't do that. Like, people really think you can just repo your own car. It doesn't work that way.
Life that I'm living now, it just goes from work, stress, not happy, not fulfillment, and just that shock with thinking that I violated my probation and I was going back to prison. It just gave me a new perspective on life. So I am thinking about my exit strategy from everything. The situation currently that I feel that I've put myself in since I've gotten out of prison, it's just time for a whole exit strategy, right? And I feel like the first step to an exit strategy is to downgrade my expenses. Can I afford my car? The no part where I can't afford it is because why spend this much money when I don't have to? So,
shocker.
Because I am so humbled to be in this car. It's still a blessing, and don't get it twisted. I'm not saying I'm not blessed, because this car is still a blessing.
Boy, the fake hair and the fluffy eyelashes. She's a mess.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of trying to better my life, and I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of it. So I'm here at my baby daddy's house. I'm waiting for him to get home. He's not here. To try to talk to him to help me out with my car, because every week I have to pay $377 for my car, for my rental.
Every week?
With Uber. It's $377 per week. And then once a month I have to pay an additional contract thing for $1,500. So per month, I'm paying for my car almost $2,500, $2,500 I'm paying for my car.
What the fuck kind of car are you driving? It looks like cloth and stuff, so I don't think it's leather. I don't think it's a expensive car.
With Uber. And this is all his fault.
What?
This is all his fault.
How?
And this lady is not taking any kind of accountability for her situation. She somehow found a way to blame her baby daddy. This is what I would tell her. And that's the same thing that women tell men that have been done wrong by women. Pick better men, lady. Stop lying down and opening your legs to deadbeat men. It's that simple.
So it's been hard to work and to like make that money to cover that cost because he doesn't help me out. He doesn't like help me get the girls. He'll tell me he's gonna get them and he doesn't show up. So a lot of days are wasted like that.
I admit, if the man's telling you he's gonna do something, he doesn't. He's a fucking dick. But you also spread your legs for him and popped out a baby.
Days are wasted like that. So it's hard to work consistently and to like make that money to cover the cost for the car. So I told him that I can't cover the.
Why the fuck are you paying $2,500 a month for a car? What's going on with this?
Cost, a fee that's coming up, and if I don't pay it, I'm gonna lose my car, right? And this is all his fault. This is all his fault. And recently I got help with Urban League, and now they're paying for my babysitter for the daycare. So I've been only working full time for 1 week because I just got that benefit, and it's not enough to cover my costs. It's not enough. So I told him, hey, can you help me out with the fees for my car so I can keep driving? And he said that he was. And the day of that I needed the money, he flaked out. He ghosted me. He started talking shit first, and he ghosted me and didn't give me.
I do feel slightly bad for her because the man is a kind of a useless man. But again, boo-hoo. You chose him. Just like boo-hoo, I chose the wrong wife. We got to learn to pick better. We got to learn to vet better.
So, I'm probably going to lose my car. I'm not going to be working.
Tell the truth, the advice for you, just get rid of the car. At $2,500 a month, you could have just got to bought a used car after 2 months for $5,000 and you'd probably be better off.
And I'm going to go back to the same hell hole that I was in. And I'm here. I'm going to try to talk to him. And if he doesn't give me the money, then I don't know. I'm tired.
Women are very good at blowing things out of proportions, especially bad situation they are experiencing. Whenever there is a little inconvenience or an uncomfortable situation, they will blow it out of proportion so that it looks worse than it actually is. And then they will call it an emergency. But guys, it's their nature. Don't be mad at them. That's how they are and that's how they operate. They have to exaggerate bad things happening to them because it's a survival strategy. Let's be honest here. They have to blow things out of proportion just to trigger attention, support, and help. Because guess what, guys? They always need help.
Always. You know, it's funny when I said I worked 40 hours a week, some people were like, oh, you're lying, you're rich, you're not poor. I'm like, I never said I was poor. I said I work normal job. I have a normal job. Like, I work 40 hours, plus I do this. I do 5 videos a day. That's 35 videos a week. It's hard to do that many videos in less than 40 hours. Just saying, guys. Please like, share them below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.